Folks, I'll tell you what, I have this amazing interview with an amazing author. I'm telling you what, you want to pay attention to the next 25 minutes. Listen, I'm in an office right now. My author's in an office, Ninad Tipnis. Did I pronounce that exactly right?
That is correct.
All right. And Ninad, where in the world are you today?
Uh, Hi, Kary. I'm working out of my Dubai office today,
Oh,
and yeah, just about getting ready to get on the plane to Chicago tomorrow.
I love
But
it. I
yeah,
love it.
I'm in the Dubai office today.
Well, listen, I read your book. It's fantastic. It says that was it 1,200 weeks the average person lives in an office?
That is correct. So, if we go by the average lifespan, it is 4,000 weeks, which is approximately 80 years. And so, one third of that is 1,200 weeks. So, that is the amount of time or more what we spend at the workspace.
Wow.
Mind you, the workspace is not just a physical workspace. It is also between your ears. So uh,
Mm,
with with the hybrid thing coming in now, we are working all the time. So dare
that's
I say, 1,200 is a conservative estimate.
conservative number. Yeah. And so your book, when we sat down to talk about it, I think the first time we sat down was maybe in the January-ish time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and here we are, and we are gonna show the people here a couple quick things. First of all, the book is beautiful, and first of all, it looks beautiful, the colors, everything. But what I want people to realize is this is not theory. This is not a book about, "Hey, make your space cool." This is what you do for a living. This is your craft. This is your unique ability. What am I looking at, Ninad, on some of these spaces?
So this is my purpose in life. My massively transformative purpose is to house 1 billion lives in healthy offices. And I want to make healthy offices the choice, the default,
Yes.
rather than being in a space which saps you of your energy, which is stressful, which leaves you completely drained by the end of your workday. Why
Mm,
not look at the healthy office? It's a space where you heal yourself, where you thrive, where you actually enjoy the journey. So, Kary, we've been doing this for the past 22 years, and I see a lot of connection between the principles of human longevity and workspace design. And so this book is essentially a celebration of the convergence of human longevity and workspace design.
listen, I saw you have a high recommendation from Peter Diamandis. You're in the abundance community. You're in the strategic coach community. We are with some of the world's top businesses and entrepreneurs. You design for some of the world's top. But listen, people might be watching this and they say, Ninad, I don't have a massive budget. I don't have a massive skyscraper. Can I even do things with my small business from your book? I know your book answers that question, but do you feel like the average person is going to have the practical advice from this book?
Oh, absolutely, Kary. In fact, this book caters to people who may not have the resources for the healthy office. My firm, JTCPL Designs, we cater to the world's top corporates around the world. They have real estate custodians, they have people who are sound technically. And so these people know how to evolve workspaces. And we just add the layer of wellness or health. But for the average person who doesn't know what the starting point is, it just begins with being intentional about the pillars of human longevity. So
Ooh,
let me just share one very simple tip with you. It
yes.
starts with your diet. Uh, Now, it's not just nutritional diet. There are four types of diet. So, uh, and I would want them to pick up the book to know what the four diets are.
Yeah, I get
But
you.
it's much beyond just nutritional diet.
It's not just
And
what
so,
it's not just your eat or drink.
exactly. So you begin, step one is to be intentional that, yes, I have a space and this space has the potential to heal me. This space has the potential to enhance the experience of my journey. So
I love that. I love that. And look, your spaces are beautiful. Oh my gosh. I want people to see this. This is your website. It's just, folks, you got to just go to this website just to even get an experience. And I love how your website reflects space because it's designed a certain way. But folks, this is jtcpl designs.com. We'll put the link below as well. But I'm looking at some of these videos. Did I just see a guy on a bicycle in one of these videos? What am I looking at in that?
So that is a custom-made casual work desk. Again, we infuse the element of exercise in your workspace without it feeling like a chore, without people actually feeling they are exercising. So this is a work desk in a
There it is. There it
collaborative
is.
space. Yeah, there
Oh
it
my
is. So
gosh. I've
yeah,
never seen something like that. So you have a guy on a bicycle, but he's not overly exerting himself. And he's like,
exactly.
and he's with the team and the team's around him and he can collaborate.
It's basically about movement, Kary. So you design spaces in such a way that your layout design encourages movement, and then you build these components which just add to the exercise element. So
So good.
this particular frame which you saw and which you referred to, we did it for the insurance sector. This is one of the top insurance companies out of India, and this is their Mumbai headquarters. And so it's a very high pressure industry, and people are always chasing deadlines. They have work pressure. So we just empowered the occupants of this office with a very wide menu of spaces. And so they feel looked after. And
Oh yeah.
once you make that mental switch, that is the starting point to feeling that you're enjoying the journey, you're thriving.
This website is so good. So here's my question. I would almost think, Ninad, that by looking at some of these offices, you and I have had this chat many times, you're going to attract high-level people. Because if they're looking at working at company A, who doesn't care about health, mental space, or B, you're going to draw a high-level talent. Do you agree that attracting the right talent has to do with space?
Absolutely. I've always believed that the workspace is a talent magnet,
Mm,
and people, we are living in a day and age where people look at much more than financial uh, reward. They are
yep.
looking at so many other parameters besides that. And
Mm.
the quality of their journey is so much more important in this day and age. So workspace is a very important component. Like I said, we spend our best hours of our best days in the office. Why not make it great?
That's so good. You also mentioned, again, I keep referring back to our January talk because you and I were sitting in this hotel lobby and I said, just talk to me about the book. And I had my journal and I'm just writing down everything you're saying. One of the things you said was, I believe someday very soon, the older is going to work alongside the younger. Can you explain that belief that you have?
Sure. So we are racing our way towards achieving escape velocity with respect to human longevity. And what do I mean by that? In very simple terms, the day is not far when we will see 75-year-olds working with 15-year-olds. The rate at which knowledge is being transferred today, the rate at which people can access information today, it is just staggering. And so I'm very certain that the educational model is going to be compressed. And so we will have people at an employable age much earlier than we've witnessed before. At the same time, because of human longevity, we will have 75-year-olds who are vibrant, healthy, and are willing to contribute and who have the potential to be rock stars in the workplace. So we see both of them working together and creating magic. And I believe that day is not far from today.
That is so good. I love how on Amazon we can click look inside, we can look at the table of contents. That's actually what I want to do. I feel like this is gold right here, all the things. But you look here, and again, people will have to purchase the book. You're going to have it on audio, ebook, hardcover, paperback. It's available 40,000 channels around the world. I mean, this book, you're on a mission to change the world, but you have diet, exercise, sleep, stress, network, purpose, and then your healthy office. We may have heard of these categories before, but I can definitely assure people they have never ever seen it the way you say it. So let's even talk about exercise. I know we talked a little bit about diet, but exercise. So you're telling me that as a small business owner, I don't need to spend millions of dollars helping employees. I can do this much less cost.
Oh, if you have a desk and if you have a chair, you can implement the element of exercise. If you're putting in 8 to 9 hours at the workplace, you can put in the element of exercise within your office. So two very simple tips. Work for a focused period of time, then just move for 5-10 minutes, come back, do your focused work, take rest, give your eyes the relief for 5-10 minutes, spare them of the blue light every now and then. You will greatly enhance the quality of your sleep just by doing that. Number two is, if you are short on space, you can just use yoga mats or resistance bands and just do some basic mild stretches within your workspace. This doesn't cost anything, but your body will thank you for doing that throughout the day. So it's an extended version of the Pomodoro technique, where you have focused periods of work with small breaks.
Listen, I think this is going to revolutionize the world, because the old way of, in America, you working 16-hour days in a factory without any light and, just slaving away, and then your lifespan would go like that. You're telling us that as CEOs, as entrepreneurs, we may get more productivity from our team by giving them intentional space, physical and mental, to rest.
It's a very simple human psychology principle, Kary. When you do things you love, time just flies, right? You don't realize how 8 hours just fly by when you are in state, when you're just doing the thing you love, when you are working towards a bigger goal, a bigger purpose, which is far larger than you. And you have buddies, you have people you are inspired by on your right and on your left. There are so many strategies which are so simple. So I'm not at all advocating work less, but all I'm doing is I'm infusing quality in those hours with these very simple techniques, which are timeless, we've heard, but I guess somebody needed to piece them together and bring them forth in a book.
That's right. I saw a brain scan the other day on social media. It said, here's your brain sitting down. And it showed like this very dark brain scan. And then it said, here's your brain after walking briefly. And it was like, whew, it was on fire. So you're telling me that movement is part of the intentional healthy office. Talk to us about that one office where you said, look, the sun's going to come a certain way, and I think you almost like cut a hole in the roof, or you did something. What's that one place where you intentionally infused sun into the space?
So we had the wonderful opportunity for doing the cafeteria for this large Japanese bank, and we had the luxury of infusing natural light. Now this is a tropical country, so you could get the sun in your space, and so we just remodeled the roof, and this is a pretty serious cafeteria. So we are looking at 300,000 square feet or 30,000 square meters approximately of of humankind converging at different hours of the day, having their meals, and just taking a break. Now imagine how much better the quality of that break is when you're blessed with circadian lighting, which is natural, which is not infused. Uh,
Mm.
the other places where we don't have the luxury of natural light, there is circadian lighting to your rescue. And technology has advanced so much that it is as good as the real thing now. So
Wow.
lighting plays a very important role in the quality of your life, especially when you're part of high stress environment. Again, stress, even if it is high, if it is good, is great for your well-being.
Yeah, there's a stress term, I believe it's called eustress, EU stress, and it's a good stress. And
Absolutely
we were meant to, as Stephen Kotler says, stretch but not snap. We're supposed to
correct.
stretch a little bit. So my wife's a counselor, and there's a real term out there called seasonal affective disorder, which basically says that people will get depressed, in certain time zones because the light and the season, and it's dark and it's cold. So, like, you're not just making this up. This is a very scientific book that says that our bodies and our longevity is actually going to be affected. And I love the subtitle of your book. It's so good. Folks, you got to look at this here. He says the subtitle, Turning Workspaces into Happiness and Success Spaces. Why did you choose happiness and success to define the new space?
Kary, it is so surprising, but people have forgotten to be happy. And it doesn't take a lot to be happy. It doesn't cost a single dollar to be happy. Like I said, you just have to be intentional. Happiness is a choice, and happiness always precedes success. So
Mm,
you can be financially wealthy, but if you are not happy, it's not real success, right?
so you need
And
both.
so, yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So look, this book is coming out. It's a big launch day. I'm going to see you in Chicago. The book's being handed to some of the top entrepreneurs in the world. What do you hope happens? If we're having this chat, I'll do a DOS conversation. If we're having this chat 1 year from today, and you say, "Oh my gosh, Kary, I'm so glad we published because of XYZ," what would you say?
I think two things. My overarching purpose, like I said, is to house a billion lives, and my secondary purpose, which hinges on that primary purpose, is to exponentially upgrade the lives of my JTCPL Designs family. And
Oh,
so I think with this effort, uh, we finally have a tool which I can empower my JTCPL Designs family with first, and then society at large to start being intentional about healthy workspaces, healthy offices. So a year from now, I want to see more people healthier, happier, and therefore successful.
that's so good. Our friend Heather worked a little bit on your incredible website, and I was blown away. I was on it this morning. That's how excited I am. And we were looking at the website, but you have this amazing training that goes with the book. Explain that. Like if people get the book, there's a QR code, they're going to scan it. What's going to happen?
So I've tried to explore for the first time multiple platforms. And so it's not just reading. Obviously, there is an audiobook, but we have chapter summaries by way of 2-minute videos, which the resources tab on the website will lead the
Perfect.
visitors to. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
All these summary videos sit behind this form, and trust me, they are the summary of the entire chapter. And so if you're somebody who doesn't enjoy reading, you might still pick up the book for keeps and scan the QR code and get the content quick and fast.
Yes. And I mean, they are very well done. I was impressed with the quality. Aren't you even building, let's give a shout out to Chad Willardson, our friend. Are you really building all the way from overseas, his office?
So the update as of now is they have already moved into yet another version of the Healthy Office. Just days back, they've moved into their office in Southern California in the city of Corona. And I was just on a call with Chad, our friend, and they are extremely, extremely delighted with the kind of ecosystem we have created for them. And I just cannot wait for them to create magic in this space.
Oh, wow. I mean, who wouldn't want to work here? You know, I mean, yet I'll tell you what, for the skeptic who's listening, I will tell you that the cost of attrition, the cost of people leaving your company because of disengagement or staying at your company disengaged is astronomically more expensive than designing a healthy office. Don't you agree?
Let me give you another layer for the cynic, and that is I consider the office as a living team member. So I refer to the office as her because I feel nurturing energy from the workplace. And so imagine, if you will, a rock star working even while you sleep, attracting all this phenomenal talent for you, which is a challenge I encounter with so many businesses I interview when we embark on their workspace journeys. Uh, One of their top challenges is A, acquiring talent, and B, retaining talent.
Mm,
So here is this rock star attracting the best talent available in your ecosystem. Here is a rock star who projects the ethos and the message of your company, even while you're not physically present in the office. I mean,
wow.
how much better can it get?
I love this. This is so good. Listen, Ninad, the audiobook, the ebook, the hardcover, the paperback, the integrated videos that people are going to get, the bonuses, the live examples of the offices. I mean, this is not theory. This is your craft. This is your opus. So it's been a deep, deep honor to work with you. You've been a dream client. You're grateful. You're generous. Our team loves every time. Oh, we get to talk with Ninad, and so I'm just thrilled. I can't wait to make a visit someday to your office. I'll take my son. He wants to go, but I just feel like you're on a revolution. You're changing the world.
No,
And
I mean, I want to thank you equally, Kary. It has been a pleasure. I don't know of many authors who have completed a project from conversation to desktop in 10 months.
yes,
With the kind of content we have packed, we've taken care, we have respected our audience, we have respected our readers. Uh, there is no extra page in the book. We've made sure, and it's gone through several layers. And when I talk to your team, passion just jumps out. It has been incredible working with each and every member of the Igniting Souls team. So thank you, Kary.
We appreciate you. And folks, I'll tell you what, this book has hit the shelves as a bestseller, like bestseller. He's featured in the USA Today, which is a huge publication. This book is literally off. Our friend Peter Diamandis talks about rockets and next planets, and I mean this book is shooting out of the atmosphere. So I really encourage you folks to get a copy yourself, but also for your team. Imagine if your team sat down on Fridays reading Ninad's book in study groups and saying, how can we get healthier snacks? Remember that chapter where you talk about somebody owning, what are we putting out on the break room? Stuff that's going to crash us, sugar rush, caffeine fix, or stuff that's going to propel us. So Ninad, thank you for this book. We highly, highly appreciate you. And I can't wait to give you a hug in about 6 days.
See you soon, buddy. See you soon. Thank you for this.
All right. Take care, everybody. Enjoy and share the live stream.